guys, so once again back from Daytona, and this time Tom Plosiski is going to tell us about the new M4 GT4. This is the latest addition to the racing family, along with the M8 GTE, which we're going to take a look a little bit later. Tom, you have the floor.
Hi. Okay, so we've been talking about race cars that are factory raced. Now we have a customer race car. So our first U.S. customer race car has been the M235 Racing, and we've also had Turner Motorsport, for example, racing a C4 GT3, and then now an M6 GT3. We call it a GTD in America, but it's a GT3. Well, this is in between those. So this is a GT4, an M4 GT4 customer race car. There are two racing right now in the Continental World Challenge, Challenge, and this one is configured as it would race in the race today. So it's based very closely on the street car, but modified for racing. So the things that you know from the street car are there: the carbon fiber roof. It has a wing that's not on the street car though, and then the hood is actually off the M4 GTS. You know, the carbon fiber hood with the exhaust for radiator. And then you see little details like these here for opening the hood. Those are the hood releases. And then if you look down in the front, we have a proper splitter on the nose down here, and then the dive planes and things. So some modifications for pure racing. This is a non-street legal car, so you cannot drive it on the street. It's imported as a race car. There are several already that are delivered to race teams around the country, and we should see more and more of these on track. If we come around the side, you can see it's on slicks, Continental slicks at the moment. It's proper AP racing brakes and suspension. You know, even the fans of M cars will notice that those are studs rather than bolts and things. So all the things that are required to make it into a race car. Inside, you see we have a very light door, carbon fiber door, but the finish on it is absolutely gorgeous. It's as good as a production car. And you know, with a door pull from the M4 GTS. And then if you look inside the cockpit here, we have a beautifully molded carbon fiber seat, carbon fiber center console. The seat again is bolted to the floor like in the M3 GT, and then the foot box is movable forward and back. So it can adjust to different height drivers, different length of leg drivers. We also have a tilt steering wheel as well, so that you can adjust the steering to where you want it. Gauge cluster is set up right in there. It's a proper racing gauge cluster. It's probably hard to see on the camera there, but the thing that blows me away is the steering wheel. I mean, you know you're in a race car when you see a steering wheel like that. And then the center console, you probably need to put the camera all the way in to see that, but the center console is very nicely done.
Yeah.
I think that's worth the price of the car right there. That's a beautiful piece. And then don't forget, see where the key is below the gear shift lever down there. I don't know if you can catch it on the camera, maybe from the other side, but yeah, there you go. Yeah, it still uses a key, but it's mounted in the car so that it can't get away from you.
Nice.
And you can see it's a proper BMW race car with a chassis number for a race car. Again, for different races, we have fueling ports on either side. Right now it's configured for the right-hand side. Proper roll cage in, an FIA certified roll cage. It has air jacks. And again, you gotta have air jacks, right? So air jacks, fuel cell, all that type of thing. And the car comes turnkey, so it's ready to go. All you need are some spares and a good racing budget. Off you go. We can open the hood, I think.
Sure.
Let's do that. Under the hood, it's fairly familiar. It's the engine from the M4 recognize this carbon fiber piece from the street car. But for the most part, it is a production, very close to production-based engine with just the minor modifications required to go racing. Things like a dipstick, a proper dipstick with a retainer there. We have shut-off switches up top, and a few other little things like that. And you can see the carbon fiber on the bottom of the hood here. And some of the plastic pieces that are not needed on a race car that just add weight are removed.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's under the hood. You can go around to the trunk. In the back we have a fully adjustable wing that can be tuned for different tracks. In the trunk here we have a fuel cell. It's hard to see. There's a piece under here, but there's a fuel cell under there. You can see it up front. Air jacks, and here's your air jack port here at the back of the car. So that feeds your air to jack the car up. Oh, beautifully done, beautifully finished.
Smells like new.
It smells. This one is brand new. It's going to be delivered to a customer next week.
Beautiful.
And yeah, it's just been over. It still has the parts for pre-delivery in the trunk here.
Very cool.
Very cool. So let's close that up. And that's the M4 GT4.
Well, thanks, Tom. And guys, we'll be back in a few hours with the M6 GTLM, and then a little bit later today also the M8 GT. Tom, thanks again for having
You're
us.
welcome.
Appreciate the info, and
My
guys, see you
pleasure.
soon. Thank you.